Well, hello YouTube, it's DJ Rude, and well, today I wanted to talk about something that I think is very important, and that's fitness. I think it's very important for DJs to consider fitness as a part of their daily routine because it will definitely help you look better and present yourself well at whatever ceremony, wedding, or venue, whatever type of gig you're doing. And it also will help you with problems that you might have with your back and other physical ailments that are often caused by lack of exercise and proper diet. I'm not a fitness guru or anything like that, but I do know one healthy formula, and that's to eat right and exercise regularly. Those things will definitely help you throughout your life, regardless of whether you're a DJ or a trash hauler. So doing regular exercise is important because what that does is it helps strengthen your back, your muscles, your bones, and everything, So, I have a lot of friends. I'm 43 years old. I just turned 43 a week ago. And, I think that I'm in excellent shape. I just had an incident where I was in the hospital for 5 days because I fell and I hurt my neck. I fractured my cervical spine, or actually I herniated a disc. And, that was a fall that caused that. But when they did all of the tests on me, I came back perfectly healthy. They said that I had the physicality and the health of a 25-year-old. So to me, that was pretty impressive. And it just tells me that, all of my efforts in fitness and eating properly have paid off. So, I'm not, I used to be much more muscular, but I just didn't have the time. Plus, when you get a little bit older, your focus changes. But I think for my age, I think I'm in pretty good shape. And according to the doctors at the hospital and all the tests that they ran, I came back extremely and perfectly healthy. So, aside from my neck injury. So I have friends that are DJs that are in their early to mid 20s, late 20s, into their 30s, and some of them are into their 40s and 50s. And a lot of them complain about problems with their back. I've even had a couple of colleagues that have said that they're just going to give up DJing because it just hurts too much to carry the equipment. Well, I went through that too. In my early 30s, I had problems with my back, but I didn't exercise regularly, and I had problems with my shoulder. But when I got back into to working out regularly, I was about age 32. I noticed improvements in my health all the way around the scope, all the way around. I was less likely to catch cold. I didn't have any more back and shoulder problems. I definitely didn't have any other ailments that would hinder my ability to do my job. And I attribute that to regular exercise and eating properly. I've gone around to some of the wedding sites online just to check out what brides are saying about their experience at the weddings, and I happened on a discussion that actually made me one of the reasons that I thought about doing this topic. They were talking about a DJ that they had who was overweight and sweating profusely and panting, and he was out of breath when he was doing his little games and announcements during the wedding, and they were completely put off by that. Now, don't get me wrong, I know there's a few heavy-set DJs out there, and my point isn't to try to critique your lifestyle or to try to change you. But what I am saying for your health is to consider exercise and proper nutrition. Because as a DJ, our job is to be out in front, to represent the bride and groom. And I'm not saying that being heavy set is going to hinder you from doing that, but for your health reasons, and also your likelihood of being diabetic or catching diabetes. You can't catch diabetes, but you know what I mean. Contracting it, your likelihood is much higher. So. And please, none of you heavy-set DJs, I don't want you down here, loading up my messages with a bunch of stuff, because I'm not trying to insult anybody. There was a period in my life when I wouldn't say obese, but I was up around 270 pounds, and I wasn't exercising, and I wasn't eating right. And believe you me, my life was pretty miserable. I hated the fact that I couldn't bend down and tie my shoes. So my whole point is to try to explain to you that if you're having problems with your back, or if you can't get out and do your announcements because you're out of breath or you're sweating, you're just drenched in sweat, consider proper nutrition. This accident that I just went through is a good example. I mean, they put me in traction, had neck braces, and they had me strapped down because they didn't want me to move because they thought that, you know, I could paralyze myself. They put me through all the tests known to man, you know, just to check me out to make sure. And after everything came back, they were dumbfounded. They were like, wow, you know, if this would have been anybody else, you know, or a person who doesn't take care of themselves as much, this could have been potentially fatal, if not, you know, paralytic. I could have ended up, you know, a quadriplegic. So, and they told me, I didn't say this to myself, they told me, it's a good thing you take care of yourself. And that made me feel, you know, it made me feel really good because, you know, there's been times when I'm busting my butt, lifting the weights and thinking, you know, what am I getting out of this? Sure, I look good, but really, I mean, is it helping me? And absolutely it is. So this is a short video. I just wanted to try to throw that at you DJs. All you need to do is 15 minutes of cardio every day. You know, try to get your heart rate up at least 2 or 3 times during your session. Heart rate up to, you know, 120, 130 beats per minute. And you know, do some light, you know, weightlifting, you know, some bench press, do some squats. You know, a gym membership is not highly expensive, and believe you me, as a DJ, you'll find out why it's so beneficial. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or anything, you know, feel free to leave a comment down here. And just please note, I thought long and hard before doing this video because I don't want anybody to be offended. I've got nothing against heavyset people, and many of you can do the job just fine. But even if you're heavyset, you can still exercise and you can still eat properly if you're not already doing that. Okay, so DJ Rude means no one any harm. I'm just trying to, you know, to give you my input and my experience because it's worked for me. So anyways, I want to thank all my subscribers and friends. Got pretty good list going on of people, and I've had tons and tons of communication and, you know, many positive comments and feedback, and I appreciate that. So keep them coming. Thanks a lot. This is DJ Rude. Peace. Keep spinning.